What's going on, guys? Pdaaaawg here, and welcome to episode 3 of Fightin Talk. It's kind of funny because this one I'm actually recording like pretty late because it's 10:30 and I just realized, oh flip, I have to make a Fightin Talk video. I was wondering, what can I talk about? I'm going to talk about something that isn't actually that controversial, but it's something that some people have been talking about, like some topic that have been raised. It's pretty stupid, I think, but I might as well talk about it. And it's about two characters in particular in Street Fighter 4, Seth and Cammy, and people are considering these characters to be way overpowered, or even call them broken. Now I'm gonna, in these two Fightin Talk, I keep on calling these Fightin Tips, and these next two episodes of Fightin Talk, I'm going to talk about both of these things. I'm going to start today with why people think Seth is overpowered, and then in Fightin Talk episode 4, I'm going to talk about why people think Cammy is overpowered. So, anyway, I'm going to talk about Seth here. The thing that a lot of people don't really get is that not many people actually thought that Seth was that, broken or good. Back whenever Super was out, back whenever Vanilla was out, people thought like he was really overpowered in Vanilla, but that's only because he had everyone's moves, and everyone was like, oh, anyone that has, everyone's moves has to be broken, right? But, his low health, his low stun, like Master of all trades, Jack of all trades, master of none, that kind of persona of his didn't really go down too well, and he wasn't, he was okay. It wasn't like the best character. It wasn't like Vanilla Sagat or anything. In Super, they buffed him a little bit. They buffed and nerfed some of his stuff, but people still thought, okay, it's Seth, but play Seth if you want, but it's all right. Why you might as well be picking up characters like Ryu, like Gal, like Pdaaaawg, characters like that there, who in Super were really good characters, and Bison was another one because of his Ultra 2. So we had all these really, good characters. Like Super was definitely the most balanced game. Even though characters like Makoto and Hakan were like completely useless, everyone else is like perfectly balanced pretty much. So that happened. And then whenever AE came out, once again, I was a Seth player in Super. Originally I played Jury, and then I played Ryu, but then I started picking up other characters like Zangief, like Ken, and Seth was one of them, so I wasn't one just jumping on the bandwagon, because I actually got quite a lot of comments from people on the Xbox Live whenever I beat them with Seth and AE. They're like, oh, you jumping on the Seth bandwagon, because it's similar to in Super, because whenever Gamer B, beat Justin Wong and got top 8 at EVO with Adon, who was someone a lot of people didn't get, you seen a huge fluster of Adon players. And then in 2011, whenever Poongko perfected Daigo and got into top 3 at EVO, then there was a huge slur of Seth players. But that's whenever people started thinking, this character, oh, he's cheap. He's automatically now cheap and overpowered and broken, just because all of a sudden one pro player comes out of the woodwork. Even though Poongko wasn't out of the woodwork, because he was already like body and fulls, even before that tournament, even before EVO. At Shadowloo Showdown, that's whenever people started thinking, this Seth character. Keep in mind, this is back in AE whenever Yun and stuff were still about. So whenever Yun and Yang and everyone else and Pdaaaawg got really toned down in 2012 edition, then Seth kind of, he got nerfed, he got buffed a little bit, like similar to how the changes from Vanilla to Super. And he didn't really change that much over the past couple of games. So people automatically just thought, oh, Seth, didn't get nerfed that much. Yun and Yang and Pdaaaawg and Sea Viper and Makoto, all those characters that were really good in AE, or in original AE, are now, really toned down. Seth's now the best character. And then all of a sudden I've seen all these people saying, oh, Seth he's brain dead, he's so cheap because he can do whatever he wants and gets away with it. Now here's the thing, right? As a Seth player for, since the game, came out, or since Super came out, as a Seth player, I don't think that half of those stipulations aren't even right. Seth is brain dead. Well, you have to think logically about all your decisions, because if Seth is so brain dead, then why would you get killed in 3 hits? I've seen Seth players do the Seth flowchart, which is backdash, Sonic Boom, wall jump, and they just get killed every time because they keep on jumping in. So I can't just say anyone can play Seth and win, because you can't, because Seth has such low health that if you make one stupid mistake, if you decide to be Poongko and with mash DP during one of your opponent's block strings and they block it, you're gonna suffer for it, which is why I wasn't really that kind of Seth. In addition, people thinking he was overpowered, he wasn't overpowered. What made him so overpowered whenever Poongko came along that didn't make him overpowered in the other games? That's the thing. So obviously I have a lot more to talk about this one, because I actually played the character. I actually have played the character for quite a while, so I have quite a lot of experience with this character and his change, and his changed varieties of it. So like, I don't get where all these people come from. I think it's just because of these new slur of Seth players, and everyone's now playing Seth. Anyone that used to play Yun and Yang, like Kazunoko, like who was it? I'm trying to think of the other Yun player. There was another Yun player that played Seth as well, but yeah, it seemed like quite a lot of people who originally played these, like the Twins or a Rushdown card, just went straight to Seth or AE to A12. That means he must be one of the best. I will say Seth, it probably is top 10, but he's not like like he isn't like in the top 3 or anything, alright? So he's not like the best character ever. It just depends on who you're fighting against. So if you're fighting against a really high level Seth, it doesn't like, it's not like you can get completely, you know, spaced out. They can mix you up all day and all night, but he doesn't have like a Vortex-S type thing, because like you can kind of get out of it pretty easily. Like you can mash DP or do whatever. It's not like an Akuma or a Nabuki Vortex where you have to block this, and then depending on, oh, you're going to overhead, you're going to do this or that or the other. So he doesn't have anything like that. So people just automatically assume, oh, well, you know, he you know, Poongko's doing really well with Seth. That means he's now overpowered and broken. So I don't get what people are saying. He's definitely not broken. Yun in flipping AE, regular AE, wasn't broken. So obviously Seth isn't broken in 2012. So in the next Fightin Talk, I'm going to talk about Kami, which is one that a lot of people kind of do think, like, people do think that Kami is probably the best character in AE 2012. So I'm going to talk about why some people might think she is broken and overpowered, and my thoughts on her, on all the different games and that kind of mentality. But anyway, hope you enjoyed this Fightin Talk. I'll be back tomorrow for the recorded matches of me and Owen's first to 5, first to 10. I'm not too sure. It's Cameron gave me the file or the files on my USB port, but I don't know. I haven't actually looked at it yet. So I'll upload, you know, whatever he gave me anyway, and maybe I might bundle it up and stuff. So expect that tomorrow, and then the day after that probably another Fightin tips and Fightin Talk. So anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed this Fightin Talk, and I'll see you guys later. Peace out.